Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's session of our Stronger Women Summit. My name is Diane Willock, and I'm a customer success coach with Supermums in the US. I'm excited to be talking to you today about the importance of creating your own personal brand. This is a great tool that can help to build confidence in yourself, help you sell yourself, and help you reach, especially your career goals. I'm sure all of you have heard already of imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is when we lose our confidence in our abilities and we kind of feel out of place. Maybe you're experiencing this because you're new to the marketplace, or maybe you've been on a career break for a while and you're returning into the workforce. Maybe you've realized, like a lot of people, that you want to make a change in your career. You're ready for something new. And you possibly want a career with more flexibility and one that aligns more with your current values and ideals. And you've put yourself out there in the market, but you're just not getting the interviews that you'd like. You're not getting noticed by the people you want to be noticed by, and it's causing you to lose confidence in yourself. You also could be in a situation maybe at work where you're ready for the next step. You're ready for a promotion, but you're not sure that you're going to be able to convince your boss that you're worthy of that promotion. So wherever you are, in whatever situation you're in right now, helping to develop your personal brand is a way to empower yourself. And it's a way to give you that confidence that you need to make the change that you want. So what do I mean by your personal brand? When you think about branding, you might associate it really with consumer products or companies. Like, for instance, you think of Apple. Apple has a very unique brand. They're seen as being cool and innovative, and really their brand extends into a lifestyle, and it extends beyond the products. They're instantly recognizable by this brand. Well, this same concept can apply to you and your personal brand. We each have a unique brand. We might not even know it, and we might not use it right now. So I want you to think about your personal brand as your personal messaging tool. It should reflect who you are and how you want to be seen by others. It might be how someone describes you if you're not in the room. Your brand needs to be your authentic self, and it has to be true to you. It's made up of qualities that might be inherently inside you. For instance, if you were born with endless positivity, this is who you are, and this is what you carry with you throughout your life. It really doesn't change, and it's part of your brand already. But I want to talk to you today about developing your brand to enhance your professional life and to help you in your career. This part of our brand may change as we move through our professional life, as we go in and out of different careers, as we learn new things and acquire new knowledge. For instance, if you're creating a personal brand that incorporates you as a thought leader on a particular subject, it relies on the fact that you have obtained that knowledge and that experience to claim you're a thought leader in that subject. So let's talk about creating your brand that is authentic to you and reflecting who you truly are. Your brand's going to incorporate your unique strengths and characteristics. You might think about it in this way. Think about a celebrity, or think about an athlete that has a very strong brand, something that makes them stand out and they're instantly recognizable. They know their strengths and what makes them unique. And the idea is that they've been able to package that brand and use it effectively. So effective branding should be apparent in your content, in what you write, in what you post, and in your images and in your actions. This is how to make the best use of your brand. In the workplace, using your brand effectively can help draw attention to your individual strengths and help to distinguish you from others and help you stand out in the crowd. So this, as you can imagine, is especially important if you're making that career shift or that move. Also, when you're creating your brand, the best thing is you discover where you need to focus your messaging and where you need to focus your efforts. Having a strong brand makes sure that future employers, as well as peers, get to know you on a more personal level. They get to understand you better. The best part about creating your brand is that it restores your confidence. It's a very self-affirming process. You get to discover that indeed you do have unique qualities. You are your unique self, and you have a lot to offer to the world. When I took the initiative to shift into a different career, one from sales into coaching and advising, I definitely was suffering from a bit of imposter syndrome myself. I didn't have the confidence that I was as credible. This was a new career for me. So I had to focus on learning what my particular strengths were. I looked at this in my personal life and in my professional life so that I could rebrand myself to fit into that market. I took a deep dive into self-discovery and I looked at what I excelled at and what my strengths were. What I really enjoyed about being in my former role in sales is that I had the opportunity to get to know people well and address their particular needs and advise a strategy to solve their problems. I excelled in the area of creating trusting partnerships. And I also excelled in the area of analyzing and coming up with creative solutions. These were strengths that helped me to achieve success in that role. I also realized when I looked at myself that some of my inherent qualities were my competitiveness, my persistence, and my can-do attitude. So I formulated my brand based on my unique strengths from my professional life and also my personal life. So what I really enjoyed doing and I found out what was really my passion was helping others. And it turns out in the process of getting to know myself more, I became more confident that my strengths that I had really transferred well to my new career. So I positioned myself to be more unique with my brand because it was based off my excellence on having a personal approach and having the talent to uncover potential, take a creative approach to career and job placement, and to motivate others to career success. So as you can tell, really the first step to developing your brand is getting to know yourself a bit better. Now, this may take some effort and some time and some self-reflection. There are a number of ways that you can get to learn about yourself a little bit better. There's some great comprehensive personality tests that you can take to get started, but I wanted to share with you a more simple exercise that you can start today. So in the worksheet that was provided for you, I've shared with you a tool that I often use, and it's an easy self-assessment. This is called EEPI. The first E stands for excel or excellence. I want you to think about the skills and the strengths that you have, something that you truly excel at. And it's not just what you're good at, but what do you excel at and are better than anybody else that you know. Maybe it's something that you have won an award for or gotten praise for, gotten recognition for, or an extreme accomplishment that you've had. The second E stands for enjoy. What gets you up in the morning and gets you motivated? What activities in your free time do you look forward to the most? And think about it in your work environment too. What tasks and responsibilities do you truly enjoy the most? Are you the type of person that likes to go through your 100 emails in your inbox on a Monday morning? Or are you the type of person that likes to deal with budgets and finances? Maybe you enjoy the most being a mentor, a coach, a leader to others in your workplace environment. So think about these and write them down. The third letter is P, and it's our passion. Do you have a passion for anything? It's not what you enjoy, but it's rather your purpose, something that you feel very strongly about. Maybe something you want to affect change in, or if it wasn't in your life, you wouldn't feel complete. And the third letter is I. It stands for important. What needs to be, especially in your work environment, for you to feel satisfied? Is it important for you to have financial freedom? Is it important for you to have a great work-life balance? Is it important for you to have flexibility in your work environment? I know for me and from past experiences, it was very important to me to have a flexible work environment. I have been in a job before where I've basically been in four walls with no window. It can be very dissatisfying. It can drain your energy and drain your motivation. So when I wanted to make a shift in my career, one of my top importance was making sure that I got into a career that offered a flexible work environment. I needed to have an office with a window. It energized me, and I knew that I would be better working in this type of environment. So the reason you want to think about your importance is you don't want to waste your brand and your messaging on careers and areas that don't incorporate things that are really important to you. And you also want to make sure to tailor your branding message. So in other words, if you're looking for a flexible remote environment, you might want to make sure you're incorporating in your brand that you're self-motivated and you're able to work remotely, because that will be important in your aspects to have in your brand. So after you write down these importance too, try to rank them. Maybe you have 5 areas of importance to you. Rank them from 1 to 5. What's most important to you? Again, this will help to tailor your brand and tailor your messaging. After you finish these 4 steps, you might want to take it a step further. And you can take it a step further by talking to 3 people you know. Maybe a family member, a friend, and perhaps someone you work with or a former work colleague. Ask them to fill out this EEPI about you. Do they know what you excel at? Are they familiar with what you enjoy and like to do in your life? Maybe your work colleague knows what's important to you to have in your work environment. Has anybody recognized a passion in you? The great thing about taking it to this step is you get to see how others view you. Are their answers vastly different from what you wrote down, or do they match up pretty well? If they're really different, you may have to work on your brand a little bit more, and you may have to rethink it because you want your authentic self to be seen by others as well. So you want to have your personal brand also recognized by people on the outside. So of course, this exercise is just the first step, but it's actually the most important step, because you can't start to create your brand without looking within yourself and without learning more about yourself. Once you start this, you're really going to be amazed at how much your confidence has grown already, because again, it's affirming to yourself what your strengths are, what your unique characteristics are, and what your best qualities are. There's a lot more that needs to be done beyond this, because now you have to really work on what are you going to do with your brand. You have to work on your messaging. You have to work on your visualization of your brand. And you have to work on what are the steps next necessary to take advantage of your personal brand and use it to its full potential, especially when it comes to your work life. So I'm excited to share more of those techniques and to talk to you more about personal branding as part of our coaching sessions in our Supermums Ambitious Women Mastermind course. In this course, we're going to go over a lot of techniques and processes to help you in both your life and your career. I look forward to talking with you again, and I hope to speak with you soon. Thank you for joining me today.